Hi, I'm Glenn Dill, and I'm a course creator. In this 5-minute micro lesson, I will share the 6 essential core competencies that course creators should have in order to reach their full potential. And I will focus on these competencies in this video. So please watch this video till the end, when I will share with you how you can have access to more free valuable information to grow your online training business. So let's get started. I think the human body provides the best analogy or model to explain these core competencies. I've organized these competencies so that you will be able to understand them pretty quickly. You will need the vision competencies, the things that you must be able to identify and plan, the thinking competencies, the things you must know in order to be successful, the communication competencies that will allow you to effectively communicate what you know to your audience, relationship competencies, how you will relate and interact with your audience, and the applying skill competencies, how you will gain these skills and apply them, and then the action-taking competencies, how you will actually implement these competencies effectively. So let's dig in a little deeper. What are all the skill competencies? You need to know your topic that you're teaching on. But the question is, do you need to be an expert on that? And the answer is no, not necessarily. It depends on who your target audience is. A great concept that I think is very valuable is you're an expert to the audience that you're at least one step ahead of in the process, or in the knowledge, the gaining of knowledge in your specific niche or topic. So just make sure that you know everything there is to know about that level of knowledge, and your audience and students will love you for it because you're giving them the information that they need for where they're at. And that's where you need to meet them, is right where they're at. Over time, you will increase your knowledge, and I think the best way to do that is to commit to being a lifetime learner in your niche. If you do that, then the percentage of your audience, your target niche audience that you can meet their needs will increase, because now you're not just an expert for someone who's a beginner, but you can actually be an expert for an intermediate person, and eventually you'll become an expert for the experts. But you need to start with what you know. That's good enough. Just make sure that you're targeting the right audience and positioning your course to that audience. And you just need to be committed to improve over time. You get that feedback, so you want to seek the feedback, listen to it, and act on it. And then there are the action competencies. So a lot of us get hung up, and I have, on coming up with course ideas. Or I may have an idea, just a flood of ideas for courses, but then I need to take that and whittle it down into something manageable and logical of a course plan that I can actually deliver and make sense out of. The best practice that I've found is brainstorming course ideas and brainstorming within a course idea the different things that you would need to know in order to meet that level of knowledge. And you can do it with sticky notes, is a great way to do it. You brainstorm those ideas, you group them by common topics. Then, once you have that, you develop a course launch plan. So you never want to launch a course without a plan of how you're going to do this. And you want to set some smart KPI metrics. We don't get into a lot of details on that right now, but we'll talk about that later in other courses. But you want to be able to look at YouTube metrics, the analytics, and you want to know, how is that course actually performing? And you want to act on that information. And that should be in the form of an improvement plan that you would develop that is written down, so that there's some specific things that you're going to do over time. You don't have to start all over again, but just over time you're going to incrementally get better. That's a high-level look at things. Now, core competency training has courses in a lot of these areas, and we will, over time, we'll have courses in all of these areas. But what I'm going to be doing, and you'll see this in subsequent courses, is I'm going to start giving tutorials in each one of these topics for free, so that you can get this knowledge and gain this knowledge that I've spent a lot of time researching, and save you time and increase the chances of your success. Well, I hope you found this information valuable. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel on the link provided below and like us. Now, I'd also like to answer any questions you might have. Get your feedback and hear your ideas on best practices in the comment sections below. Now, if you want to do a deeper dive than that into these competencies, please view the longer lesson on core competencies of course creators shown here, and click on the link below to my website for additional resources, including how you can join a free community of course creators that are helping each other share best practices. Thank you.